telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's telling me to come forward, come for me. See, I don't know why. Finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, baby, please. Cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up. So you know me gonna grab it up. Body to body make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man turn you over like a steering. But she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go. When she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me.
I seen him capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action. Keep it moving, ain't no time for no distractions. Feel the rhythm, I stay locked in. I know you miss me, but babe, I'm locked in. I seen him capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action.
Bets.
You're on mute, bro. You're on mute. No, I got you now. I got you. What's going on, man?
Welcome to my show, Romz Knows Bets. It's been high demand. Everyone's always been asking me, must be this prediction, send it to me. Listen, it's all here. I'm going to be giving you my tips and what I think's going to go down in mainly the football, boxing and tennis world. Formula One as well, but they're the main four sports we'll delve into. But yeah, I'm just ready to give you my predictions and whatnot. It's people been banging on about it for ages now, ages. But yeah, I'm gonna give you the structure of the show each weekly. So we'll aim to do this probably on a Thursday or Friday, just before the weekend fixtures and events in general. But what I'll do is the main 8 leagues will be Prem, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga. I won't really say championship at the moment, mainly just Burnley, because that league, I want to give you the best insight. That league, 20th will beat second place. It's very up and down, that league, and the Scottish Prem. So the main top 5, Eredivisie, Portuguese league as well. So mainly that 8-9 leagues. Boxing and UFC, so combat sport, I'll probably pick about a fight each, or if there's no, because sometimes UFC don't have big cards, I might just pick 2 boxing fights per weekend. Formula One might be a bit techie because I would rather wait till qualifying, but if you Formula One fans know, qualifying doesn't end until the Saturday. Then the Sunday you will know who starts on the grid. And tennis, tennis mainly Grand Slams. I'm not gonna act like I watch all of the ATPs and whatnot, but French Open, Wimbledon, US and Australian, I'm here for you. But
cool, man. But look, but chat to us what this is about, man, because obviously a lot of people in there gonna be like, what's going on? Romz knows best. What does Romz know best? What are you talking about? The people are getting confused. I'm obviously betting, man, so I need you to break it down. Why are you doing this show in the first place?
Cool. I'm doing this show because with trying to be as most humble as I can, I win quite often. If I had to give you an average, it's probably, I'm not going to act like I win all the time because I'll be a millionaire, but I win, I would say, every other weekend. Every other weekend, at least twice, 2 weekends of the month, I'd say I win. And I do have some examples that Jerry can put up for you. Starting with my biggest ever return. If you could get that up, JJ.
Yes.
Starting with my biggest ever return. This was, February last year. So as you can see.
As you can see there, you got the Madrid
the
game.
First slide, the second slide.
And then this is the payout, people.
And this was the payout. And
by the way, hold on, now chat to me, because obviously I'm not a betting man, right? I don't bet. Like I'm trying to get into this, just like the people in the comments. So I'm listen. This isn't me. This is all Romz, right? Are you trying to tell me that you put £7 down and got back 1.5k?
Yeah. I put £7 down, and specifically, right? Everyone has their betting app that they're most comfortable with. But my advice to you would be Bet365, especially for football. From what I've done research comparing odds, they have the best odds. And they also have something called accumulator bonus. So if you have minimum 14 games or even just different sports, if you have minimum 14 different selections, 14 folds, it will boost it to 70. It'll boost it to about 70%. And I know other apps do, other betting apps, but I'd say Bet365 have the best. What they do, so this specific one, this is what I call my risky bet. So it will be a straight outcome, both teams to score or both teams not to score. So this is what happened with this particular bet. And how the show will go is I'm going to pick about 16, 15 events. Bear with me, JJ. Bear with me.
Cool. But as we see, people, it's crazy. Like, essentially, Romz has wanted to go and do this. A lot of people have been coming to him for bets, myself included. I know a lot of you people in the comments as well would have done so. People watching on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch as well. So he's decided, you know what? We appreciate, we speak about a lot. We appreciate the family, like the family that tune into, the Jerry James Show, GTV, people that comment on the Equalizer as well. You guys might not know, but we're actually a collective, and there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of, big changes that have helped us. You guys have helped us massively with your likes, your subscribers, all that type of stuff. Like in terms of what we're doing at our size, no one's really doing it the way we're doing it, and we want to make sure that we're still providing you like us being proper, genuine, and obviously being able to bring you that content as well. So as you can see, Romz is now delivering this type of content, and there's going to be a lot of changes on the channel. So this is one of them. And what I would recommend is each and every one of you to do is to obviously, first of all, follow Romz. You can see his @ is down there in the corner. Let me just move the banner out the way for you guys. But you can see the @ is there. Rom1 Andre on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you're heading over there. And listen, tune into this like religiously, people, because I'm telling you, it will hit a certain, do you know what I mean? What we're going to say is if this, do you know what I mean? If the video goes and hits 500, 600 viewers, do you know what I mean? And you guys aren't there, you haven't commented, and I need everyone commenting as well, especially after the video is done. The first, you know what we're going to do it? The first 20, 30 people are going to get a free membership. Memberships opening up. Like Romz is giving you that knowledge. He's going to help you bring in that P. You're going to get that money. Do you know what I mean? Your drip's going to be sorted for your nights out, your ticket when you're flying out. Listen, if you get 1.5k, especially in today's like economic crisis, listen, everyone would enjoy that. And we're going to help you out with that. Of course, be safe when you're gambling. But listen, right now it's open, but it's going to be a members only show. So please make sure that you're subscribed, you're liked. And as soon as you've done that, please click done, and make sure you're smashing the comments after the video, man.
The one key thing JJ touched on as well, you can see in the bottom corner of the scene, Be Gamble, where obviously betting's supposed to be fun, and I know it's cliche, but when the fun stops, actually stop. Only really bet what you can afford, because you don't want to start going into that savings and whatnot and trying to make back what you've lost. It's supposed to be a fun thing that you have knowledge on. That's why I've always said, because when I first got into gambling, I have family members, friends that be careful and stuff, but I see it as my mini lottery that I have knowledge on. You'll get people going to the shop, going to get scratch cards and that numbers where they're just guessing, where I actually do research. Before I do my ACCAs, I do about 30 minutes to 45 minutes research. It's not that the average person will just click on all the best teams or boxers or tennis players to win, because if that was the case, everyone would be winning, because everyone would pick the same, and they'll it doesn't always happen. And my main thing I do is, like I said, bet builders. You can ask some advice on that. Bet builders, maybe card tips, but my main thing I specialize in is ACCAs. That's where I made most money from and had the most success from ACCAs.
Exactly.
Sorry about that little interruption there.
No, all good, man.
Back on what we were saying.
All good. Quick one. I'm just going to get into obviously some of the comments as well. By the way, I'm helping out this week, but it'll be Romz next with his guests and stuff, depending on who it is. So listen, it's going to be great. We've got big up Jerry and Romz. We've got KVJ saying, look, basket full of Bellingham eggs, saying Mystic Romz. NZZ, big up to NZZ saying, look, are you going to be transparent on your winnings?
100%. You know what? Big up,
bro.
Big up NZ for asking that, because that's when I first told coach people around me that I was doing this. That's the first thing they said. Are you going to be transparent? And I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. That my whole point is, this is the whole point of the show.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be transparent. Everyone's in the same basket. As you see, you got the evidence is there of what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's going to be fully transparent. And listen, I'm taking those things on board as well. So yeah, facts. We got KVJ. Look, people saying, look, call it for the weekend.
It's coming. We're introducing the show, but no, bro, I'm going to give you the math predictions and tips for the weekend. But I was also going to say that another question that will probably come if it's not already. How do you know you're this guy? Can we trust you or not? I don't know if JJ went through them as I left, but I've got more examples of winnings. I've even got one from 24. And bring up the one for 24 hours ago. This was literally last night, the one I won.
Let's get that up. 2 seconds. Yeah. Let's go, man. So that's obviously chat to us, man.
Yeah. So these two, so £20 I got, as you can see, 441 back. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what to bet. You can bet what you feel. You bet what you feel comfortable with. I normally go for about £10 or £20. I keep it like nice and small. Some people go even less, fivers and a pound. And the thing is, when you go less and win big, it means more because you didn't put as much.
Yeah, like the other day there was a certain Liverpool game that, I decided to bet on, innit? Now, I'm happy because I made my money back. So I put £10 in. There were two separate bets, and it was like a £5 stake on one, £5 stake on the other. I won the first one, which was like Rashford to have like a shot on goal or something, and I got like £10 back, which obviously is still small, but I was like, all right, why not put £5, get £5 back? Why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, why not do it? I then saw another bet, which I'm not going to go into, because if I did, I'd probably be X'd off certain football communities, because I done a drifty. If people watch Coppish, they'll know what I'm talking about. I done a drifty, and I bet against. I sold my soul, right? And it came back to bite me, because ultimately Liverpool won 7-0. So, like, it is what it is. But, like I said, that was going to give me back £50. But I only put £5 in, something small, made my £10 back, and I still didn't lose. So, you got to be smart with it, man. But Romz helped me that as well.
One more example as well. It'll be predominantly football, but this was, I believe, the French Open last year. I also won a tennis bet, this one here, which was, I put about £11 on. I probably scrolled through it a bit quick, but it was about 12, 13 games. And I also won that. And the first, I see Scraps' comment, Gremlins around. And this is the first thing I say, because I've got Muslim friends, got Muslim family. I'm not encouraging anyone to bet at all. This is literally just my tips and predictions to help you know if you want to get a bit more income. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not telling you to bet a Scrap big up, because I know you're a long-term subscriber. But if it's against your beliefs or religion, albeit that I'm not advising you to bet. But I feel like I've done enough speaking. Now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, cool. Let's just get into obviously
how this is gonna work. By the way, I'll probably reel off about 21 fold. Because by the way, Bet365 you can only do maximum 20 fold. I think other betting apps you might be able to do more or less. But I'm gonna pick about 22 different folds from football and boxing, and you can literally put a number on how many folds you want to bet on. It could be 18, it could be 14, it could be 20, it could be maximum, or it could be even less. Maybe you might even pick 5 out of the 21 that I'm going to pick. Do you know what I mean? But this is just all man advice for you lot. So I'm going to go through.
Before we do it, let's just get into some of the comments as well, because they are piling up. We've got Do you know what I mean? Trudon saying Rom's going to get us to the bag. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we've got Rom's bringing us to the promised land. Bring up to Jarfew as well. We've got Assad saying, Jerry hoping Rom's cross the road. Good man. Nah, man, I'm not helping to do anything, bro. This is all Rom's. We've got DRD, nobody saying, as a rival, do you think Liverpool can be back? Come back, Real Madrid, perhaps? Looking to player fouls. That's the stat. Yeah, you know what? Romz will definitely listen. I've highlighted that. I'm going to get Romz to talk about it because I don't know Jack when it comes to bets. We've got Assad saying, betting against your club, you're an embarrassment. I didn't say I did that, bro. I didn't say I did that. I just said a certain team won 7-0 and I didn't make my money. That was it. I could have bet on Liverpool to win 8-0, bro. You just don't know what I did. You don't know what I did. Do you know what I mean? Ish, big up to Ish. Ish is saying, that's why Jerry ain't happy we won. Who said I'm not happy, bro? I just said I'm not celebrating it as much. That's all. That's all. What I'm saying is, Chris Brown concert's coming soon, bro. I'm going with the missus. I need the pee, bro. I need my money, bro. I need the money, man. We got Trudon saying Assad money equals your club. Rah, man, I'm getting that Assad already. Listen, the beef don't stop. The inter club beef don't stop. But Romz,
so yeah,
what is yours, bro?
So each week,
hold on. Do the man they need to get their pens out? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I'd rather just get a pen and paper out.
You know? Yeah, do you know what I mean? I think you got to chat to man. I think there's certain man that we just got to do. You know what I mean, we got to make sure. Yeah, because
you won't remember off the top of your head. Even if not even a pen and paper, even just get your phone out to put it in your notes. But what I'm going to do with each fold, especially only really football and boxing, actually, I'm going to give you the safer bet. And then I'm going to give you the riskier bet, because if you go for the risky route, you're going to have like 12 risky bets, which will make your return greater. Where if you, let's say you have 12 of the safer bets, it will make your return should be most likely to come in, but obviously it's not as much on the return. But this is where we're going to go. So we're going to obviously start with the Premier League. Liverpool, Bournemouth. Obviously, you don't know this is predominantly a Liverpool channel. We're not going to get in the nitty gritty. Watch the preview that we did earlier today. For me, if you're going to do the risky bet, I would straight win Liverpool. And I'm just saying now, Bet365 and Sky Bet, it's early payout. So within your ACCA, if the team goes 2-0, 2 goals up, 3-1, 2-0, 4-2, it will get settled straight away.
Oh, is that what happens? Is that what happens?
Yeah. So regardless,
let's say any team, right? Usually, just so I'm breaking it down because obviously I don't bet, right? So I think it's important for the people. So if I'm making a bet, and let's say I'm saying, cool, I want United are going to beat Liverpool. So we're going to do those last week. United to beat Liverpool. You're trying to tell me if I bet that, right, and they'd been 2-0 up, even if Liverpool had won that game 5-2.
Win your bet. But the one thing I must say, JJ, though, let's say you had a 12-game accumulator and you did 12 straight wins. What Bet365 do? They add in an accumulator bonus. So if you bet on United to win, United went 2-0 up, but Liverpool came back 3-2, your bet would be live, but you wouldn't get the bonus at the end. That bonus will then get removed, but your bet will still be live. But with this Liverpool result, if I'm going to go risky, I'll go straight win. If I'm going to go safe, I'm going to double chance Liverpool. That's what I'll do. I don't think Bournemouth...
What's double chance?
Double chance is 2 out of the 3 possible results. So it'll be if Liverpool draw or win, your bet will be fine. Your accuracy there.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
So I would double chance Liverpool on the riskier one, I'll straight win Liverpool on the risky one. I'll double chance them for the Bournemouth game. Then my next pick, because I mainly do, by the way, the format as well, I mainly do the big teams from each league, the teams that I watch. But the Chelsea-Leicester game, I believe if you're going to go risky, do both teams to score, because I do believe that will happen and it will make your ACCA, it will improve the odds on your accumulator. If I'm going to go safe, I'll double chance Chelsea. As much as Leicester, they've been quite strong at home of recent. They're kind of scoring freely. Chelsea are the back of 2 wins. So I believe if you're going to go safe on this one, if you want to go safe, a double chance Chelsea. If you want to go risky, I'll do both teams to score, because I do think both teams will score this game. If you even want to go even more risky, you can do Chelsea score and win. Now, score and win, JJ, is when a team wins, but both teams score. So it's both teams to score, but your team has to win. The next game I'll do, I'm leaving Tottenham and Forest. I'm not even betting on that because I don't trust Spurs at the moment. So I advise you to leave that game. If you want to bet on it, you can. But me personally, I'm leaving that game because
you're a real gooner, bro. You're a real.
Real gooner.
This is mad.
Spurs are dodgy, and I don't trust Forest at the same time. Man City, Palace. There's certain folds where I'll give the same prediction for the riskier return and the safer return. Man City versus Palace. I'm going to go both ways. So for the riskier return and the safer return, just straight with Man City. I know it's been their bogey team the last season historically, but Palace aren't scoring at the moment. City are in a title race. They have to win. They kind of have to win most of their games to the end of the season now. So I would say even for this riskier bet or the safer bet, just straight win City. Arsenal and Fulham. This is going to contradict what you just said now, JJ, because if I'm going to go risky, I'm not straight winning Arsenal. I'm doing both teams to score. Fulham are in very good form. Again, I think they're averaging a goal a game also. So if I'm going to go risky on that game, I'm going to go both teams to score. If I'm going to go safe, I'm double chancing Arsenal. Because I don't know what is Fulham. Marcus Silva, they're in good form. I know Arsenal are, but Arsenal have been conceding a lot recently. So yeah, if you're going to go risky, both teams to score that game. If you want to go safe, double chance Arsenal because they like the Bournemouth-Liverpool game. I don't think Fulham will get the win. The most they could get is a draw. Man United, Southampton. I hate these lot, obviously as a Liverpool fan, but similar to the City game, I'm going to do the same prediction for the risky bet and safe bet. I say you straight win United off the back of the 7-0 drubbing that we gave them. They have to win. They have to bounce back. Southampton, again, aren't scoring that freely. So if I'm putting this in my risky accumulator, straight win United, and even safe, I'll straight win United. That wraps up my Premier League pick. So it's the United-Southampton game I've picked, Arsenal-Fulham, Man City, Crystal Palace, and Liverpool-Bournemouth. Now, we will move on to the Championship. Now, I don't normally bet on the Championship because, again, even now, if you look from 6th place to about 13, and I've not even looked at the league, but there's probably 4 or 5 points between them. Championship is a very open league. Anyone can beat anyone. But if there is a banker this season, it is Burnley at home. And Burnley play Wigan at home. So I'd say for your safe and risky bet, I would just straight win Burnley. Even if you're trying to go safe or risky, straight win Burnley because they're flying at home. And Wigan are bottom. Wigan are actually rock bottom. The next league we're going to go to is La Liga. Real Madrid, I'm only going to pick 2 games from La Liga this weekend. Real Madrid versus Espanyol. Again, Real Madrid come off the back of a draw to Real Betis, 0-0. By the way, you lot, that I could have won an ACCA for that, and Real Madrid were my only fold to let me down. So I needed a Madrid win, but they drew 0-0. But they're coming off of a 0-0 draw to Real Betis. I think they're going to prioritize Champions League, but they still in somewhat a title race. And you know what? If I'm going to go risky, I would straight win Real Madrid. But if you're going to go for the safer option, I'll double chance Real Madrid because maybe they might, as much as they're through, they still might have Liverpool in mind on Wednesday night. So I'd straight win them if you're going risky. If you're going safe, I would double chance Real Madrid. Barcelona versus Athletic Bilbao on Sunday evening. Again, Barca, they got knocked out to United. They got a slender 1-0 win against Valencia. Weekend just gone. They also got a man sent off, so they had to hold on. But ever since United eliminated them, they've not been the greatest. They lost to Almeria, I think, the same week. United knocked them out. So they're not riding on the most confidence at the moment, but they are top of La Liga, and that will be their main priority now. So if I go risky, I'm going to do both teams to score because Athletic Bilbao are strong at home. So I'll go both teams to score if you're going risky. If you're going safe, I'll double chance Barca because it is away from home. The last game on a Sunday, the worst thing with accumulating on a Sunday, if all your games have come through earlier and you're waiting on that last game on a Sunday evening,
it's annoying.
It's annoying. And By the way, if you're happy with what your cash outs at, cash out, man, because you'll rather cash out. No, because if I asked you before your bet if your cash out got to a certain amount and you'll be happy with it, you would take it. So don't risk losing a lot of money just for a bit of money, if you know what I mean. But I would, so safer bet, double chance Barca, riskier bet, I'd take both teams to score. From the Italian league, bear with me, JJ. Someone's looking at, bear with me.
Cool. No worries. I'm going to get into some of the comments as well. We got Liverpool fans, man, from DRD, nobody. He's saying, look, I reckon they can make top 4 and beat Madrid. It will be so Liverpool. Let us know in the comments, right? Like, I know it's not to do with betting, but if you were a betting person, do you look at that game and think, yeah, I'm going to bet on Liverpool to beat Real Madrid, make it through, or even bet on Liverpool making top 4? Like, I personally don't see it, people. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's done. I think it's dead and buried. Dead and buried. I think there's one other thing I wanted to drop as well. This is from this year's big one. Did we show this one already? Yeah, this is big. This year's big payout as well. So as you can see, Romz here doing crazy stuff. So he's obviously £10, 9 bets, so 9 folds, as you can see, 171, 543, and then the amount here again is, let's go and see at the bottom, £340.87. So as you can see, it's accumulating a lot. You've got a lot of knowledge. So that's proper cool, man. Proper good. Also as well, big up John. John saying that there's no chance on Wednesday. Might as well play the Utes. Yeah, you never know. You never know, man. That's the crazy thing about it. But we've also got something else that we've got to play, you guys. We did say it's going to debut. You probably heard, 2 seconds, people. You probably heard, a certain intro, a new intro for Romz's show, which is amazing. And we said, you know what? We got to make sure that, cool, we're dropping the real-ish. Do you know what I mean? Real-ish, of course. For our viewers, but not only supporting one of our own. And I think it's proper important to do that. Amazing guy, mad talented. I think we got to debut it. I think we have to debut it. So I'm just going to get that up for you guys. Make sure we're still smashing the like, people. Make sure we're subscribing and sharing as well. Romz will be back shortly. Apologies, some technical difficulties at the back. Pause. But yeah, 2 seconds. Hold on, not this one. Let's see if I've saved it. Come on. Has to be this one. Come on. Hold on, I'm going to have to do it again. 1 second. Where is it? Hold on, people. Hold on. But let us know, people. Let us know. Do you like this type of content, man? Are you looking at this content and thinking, yeah, you know what? Hold on. Oh. Cool. Come on. Please work. There we go. It's there, people. It's there. There we go. As you can see, hold on. Do you know what I mean? Big up. We got Trudon saying Romz making more money than FSG are spending. It's crazy. We got Honesty Hortensia saying, look, I'm not a betting man, but I'll be surprised me. It'll be typical LFC shit season and we do a madness, but it's at 30%. The rest is hope. It's true. Ed saying, you man might need to get Romz to invest in Liverpool. Facts. We got Carter saying, big up panel, big up to yourself. We got ND saying, can you double chance and both teams to score? That's a very good question. And look, Romz will be back in. But before we get him back in, we're going to drop the new-ish from our main man, John. Take a listen. It's the premiere on the show. Let's go.
Another one. Yeah. Shorty wanna know about what I do, and all I say is that I'm locked in. If you ain't heard from me, just know I'm locked in. Yeah, I seen him capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action. Keep it moving, ain't no time for no distractions. Feel the rhythm, I stay locked in. I know you miss me, but babe, I'm locked in. I seen him capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action. See, I ain't left the yard now in some weeks. I ain't left it, nah. I treat it like it's solitary. Still confined to being distracted by greatness to the T. Baby milking every moment. Ain't nothing sweet about the process. More time I did a masseuse right on my back and bending backwards for some who turn soulless. The jiggers up, you feel the smoke, the sound injection potent. See what's concurrent is the marriage with the mic and me. Life sometimes get dark until the source then lights apart from me. Now I don't give no fucks if I ain't merging in the conversation of who the nicest in the bits. I think to me it's blatant. I don't give no power to that shit, I let the people say it. Humble with a piece of John II, never placing second. Shorty was petite, I hit the DM like my name Vieira. Her name is CC, I think my future clearer. She said that she ain't into rappers, I said honey, I'm an artist. Close your eyes and take some time, you'll see the picture. But shorty wanna know about what I do, and all I say is that I'm locked in. If you ain't heard from me, just know I'm locked in. Yeah, I seen him capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action. Keep it moving, ain't no time for no distractions. Feel the rhythm, I stay locked in. I know you miss me, but babe, I'm locked in. I seen him capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action.
No, that was cool, Badger. Sorry for the technical difficulties, you lot. My mouse is just being a madness.
All good, man. All good. We got NZ's look saying fire, saying he's got that Absol flow. What do you know about Absol, NZ? I knew, Glenn. Let me not even get into my little bag right there, man. But big up, big up. We got Honesty saying, look, so you're telling me Romz is the one who FSG declined to sell the club to? Typical Americans. They don't want to see a brother win. That's what man are saying. Man are saying that you're the brother that tried to call Liverpool multiple times, man. Look, Ed saying, look, you might need to get to invest there from Ed. I mean, Cops in the building as well, saying big up. We got John as well in the big up, John, man. Big up, John. Question from NZ. Yeah, this NZ's question, man.
For this, within accumulator, for this to happen, you can, but you have to do it within a bet build, so you can do a double chance and both teams to score, but you can't do it in a single fold, if that makes sense. So you would have to include that in a bet builder, but you're only allowed 4 bet builders per ACCA, if that makes sense. So you couldn't do that for more than, I'd say, 4 games within your ACCA. And the games you do it for, you would have to be in a bet builder. I'll show you an example now. So if let's say for the Real Madrid game, I'll do Real Madrid, I'll double chance Madrid and where is it? Both teams to score. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that. No, it's not focused.
Zoom in a bit more. Yeah, hold it there. Hold it. Yeah, I'll read it out. It says bet builder 5-4. It says Real
Madrid or draw, and it'll be both teams to score in the match. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can do 4 of them within your ACCA. So yeah. So to answer your question, you can do that. I'm not sure about. I know Sky Bet you can't. I'm not sure about the other betting apps, but yeah, I think I concluded La Liga, didn't I?
You did. Yeah.
On to Serie A. I'm only doing only 2 folds because I only really bet on what I genuinely think. Certain people, to boost their accumulating to get a higher return, will just kind of bet on teams and games that they don't really have knowledge on. That's not me. So if I ever do a small amount of games per league, it's because they're the teams I've got the most knowledge on and what I feel will actually happen. But Napoli are versus Atalanta now. Atalanta had a very good start to the season. They had a very, very good start to the season, and they are currently 6th, but they've not done well recent. I think they're winless in about their last 2 or 3 games, and Napoli are flying. They did lose last weekend, for everyone that knows. They lost away at Lazio 1-0, but they're probably champions elect. I think they're 12 points clear now, 12, 13 points clear.
Yeah,
off the top of my head.
so yeah, I think
They
so.
can afford to even lose another 2 games and probably will still win the league. But they're back at home. They're going to want to bounce back. Spalletti won't want them to get complacent. And I think if they win the Serie A early, they can then prioritize Champions League. So if I'm going risky, I'm straight winning Napoli. But Atalanta still do pose a threat. Coop Miners, Lookman, Muriel off the bench has got a few goals this season. Zapata off the bench as well, but I do believe he's injured. Don't quote me on that. But they have got danger men in their team. So if I'm going safe, I double chance Napoli. But if I'm going risky, I straight win Napoli.
Cool.
And that game is, sorry, I'm not reading out the times of the game. That is 5 p.m. on Saturday. The only other game I'm doing from that league is Juventus versus Sampdoria. That is 7:45 on Sunday evening. Again, I think Juventus, because they got 15 points deducted, I think due to match fixing, again, they probably will focus on Europa League as their best bet getting into Champions League. I think they're 9 points off. And although they will obviously try and do well in the league, they're going to prioritize Europa League. So if I'm going to go risky, I will straight win them. They are at home. Sampdoria are in the bottom 3. So I'll straight win them. But if I'm going to go safe, again, I'll double chance them. And now they are one of the late. I normally do my ACCAs over days. So I'll do probably Saturday, Sunday, sometimes even over to Monday. That will most likely be one of your last games of the ACCA. So, yeah. And if all of your games have come through before, you would kind of just want that guaranteed dub. And me personally, I would just go safe and do the double chance. But again, if you want your return to be higher, also if you want that accumulator bonus, because that's another thing. You can't get accumulator bonus if any of your folds are double chance. They have to be a straight outcome, both teams to score, both teams not to score. So yeah, if I'm going risky, I straight win Juventus. If I'm going safe, I double chance. And the next league we're going to move on to is the Bundesliga.
So hold on, Romz. So how many leagues are you doing? So you're doing top 5 leagues, but you're doing all the Premier League games?
So I'll mainly do the big teams from Premier League. I'll mainly do the top 6 because they're who I watch the most.
So you do top 6, and then you're doing 1 or 2 from the other leagues, isn't it? So 1 or 2 from the
as kind of like a template. I'll normally do the top 6 from our league: Real Madrid and Barca, Bayern, Dortmund, and Leipzig. It can change though, but these are normally the general teams I'll do. From Serie A, I'll probably be like Napoli, Juve, and Inter. They're the 3 I've gone with the most. Bundesliga, Dortmund. Sorry, I went through Bundesliga, Dortmund, Leipzig, and Bayern. I feel like I'm missing it. League A is mainly Monaco and PSG. So I normally go for the bigger teams. And from Eredivisie, it will be Ajax, Feyenoord. Liga NOS will be Sporting Benfica. Sorry, mainly Benfica Porto. Sometimes I'll add Sporting into the mix. Championship at the moment will only be Burnley because they literally are just flying at the moment. I feel like I'm forgetting the league. And Scottish Prem will be Rangers and Celtic. Sometimes Hearts, because Hearts are quite reliable as well. But moving on to the Bundesliga games. For the safe and risky bet, I straight win Bayern Munich. They're joint top with Dortmund. They're at home off the back of a 2-0 convincing win against PSG. You don't need to double chances at all. If you're going safe or risky, just straight win Bayern Munich. Dortmund and Schalke. I forgot the name of the derby, but it's a derby. It's their local. It's like Liverpool and Everton. They're each other's neighbours. Schalke, the bottom 4 all on 19 points. Schalke are in the relegation zone currently. Dortmund are joint top with Bayern Munich. This is going to be a cracker. 7:30 on
Saturday.
Is it the Rhine derby? There's a name for this derby, but this is 7:30 on Saturday. I would say if you're going risky,
go Dortmund, innit?
To score. Say it again.
You're
I just think Schalke. Imagine they're gonna have an incentive. They got 2 incentives. They want to stay safe and they want to stop their arch rivals from winning the league. So I think they're scoring this game. So You know what? There's two options for the risky bet. Because Jada, you got a point. Because Dortmund are now out of Champions League and they're literally sole focus going to be on the league. You can. So there's two options. Because sometimes you have more options for the riskier bet. You can either straight win Dortmund or both teams to score for this one. Especially if you want that accumulated bonus. Because I think Jada is right. Dortmund just want to win the league. So they're going to go gung-ho. They want to win this match. But at the same time, I can see both teams scoring, but also what's included in the accumulated bonus is score and win. So you can do both teams to score and Dortmund to win. That can be a fold itself. So you've got three options from that. Me personally, I'm going to go with both teams to score, but you can go with score and win for Dortmund, or you can just go a straight win for Dortmund. But if you want to go safe, double chance Dortmund, because I don't think they'll lose that game, even if Schalke score. If you want to go safe, if you want to go safe that bet, you double chance Dortmund. Leipzig versus Gladbach. That's my third game from this league. I would straight win Leipzig if you're going risky. In fact, no, I'll straight win them if you're going risky or safe because they're trying to keep their place in the top four. I think is it Freiburg? I think Freiburg are outside of the top four. I'm trying to close in on them. I think they're a point adrift of them. And Gladbach are kind of mid-table. They have got decent players, but they can't really get any form going at the moment. But yeah, they're the three games I've picked from the Bundesliga this week.
Cool.
The French league. I'm only going to do one game. Now, again, I'll say risky and safe. Just straight win PSG. I advise you straight with PSG because they're off the back of they've been chasing the Champions League ever since their takeover, and again they've been embarrassed. They've not won it with the personnel, Verratti, Messi, Mbappe, etc. So I think they're going to be furious. I feel sorry for Brest, and I think PSG safe or risky, just straight win them. I'm now going to go to the Eredivisie. Now, if you even get a chance to watch this league, it's very interesting this season. Very, because you've currently got Feyenoord who sit top, and you've got Ajax that sits second, three points off. You've got AZ Alkmaar in third that are 5 points off the top, and then you've got PSV, which is 6 points off the top. So from first to fourth, there's only 6 points. Mad tap, and there's only 6 points in it. So I would personally go. I'm only going to pick two games from this league this week. If we're going to go risky, I say you straight win Ajax. They're away at Heerenveen at 1:30 on Sunday afternoon. So if I was to go safe, I'll double chance Ajax because Heerenveen are mid-table. They've been the team to kind of nick points off the top four this year. So I'll double chance Ajax if I'm going safe. But if I'm going risky, I'll straight win them. Feyenoord are at home again on Sunday evening at 7. For this one, if I'm going risky, I will straight win them. And a lot of people might even say, even safe, you could straight win them. But I don't know. Ajax win their game before, go level on points, cranks up the pressure. If you want to go safe, I double chance them because they are at home. They probably will win this game, in my opinion. But I think if Ajax get the result earlier and go level with them, it will put a lot of pressure on Feyenoord. So I'll straight win them if you're going risky. I'll double chance them if you're going safe.
Cool. People, make sure we're taking this down, yeah? Make sure you're taking down all this.
Pen and paper or even just notes.
Next, like I said, from next week, we're going to have the whole setup. This is obviously just to break it down and let you guys know what we'll be doing. But we're going to have it out on the screen for you guys beforehand. So you're going to be able to see it, take screenshots, snap it, know what you're doing as well. So please, just bear that in mind. And make sure, please, we're smashing the likes. Make sure we're viewing. We know, look, there's Bear Man on right now. There's Coppish. There's the Big Six. This is everything. Everyone's popping off. But listen, big up because the likes are doing crazy likes, Romz. They're doing crazy likes for you.
Yeah, big up. Listen, big up everyone supporting because this is a show. Also, if you can join us live or from next week join myself live, it's great. But this is also this is a show where you can kind of just watch it on a replay because it's just basically my prediction. And
exactly. And then obviously when we move to the members, and when we move to the members situation, they might not always be live. Sometimes they will be pre-recorded because Romz will be out and about. He might be abroad. He might do whatever, but he's still going to be bringing you this content as well. So yeah, big up. But yeah, go on.
Cool. So I think that concludes. And yeah, for the championship, just Burnley, they're at home. I think I went for championship, but they're at home to Wigan. Wigan are rock bottom. Burnley at the top. Safe and risky, just straight win Burnley. You can even add in maybe Burnley and over a 1.5 because I think that will be quite an emphatic win. I think I've concluded all of the football results. I'm not going to bet on the Portuguese league this week, so I think I've given you about 12 or 13 games, maybe off the top of my head from all of the leagues so far.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move into, if you want to add this to your Aka people, I'm going to move into some boxing bouts this weekend. There is Ricky Hatton's son, Campbell Hatton, is fighting Michel Gonfi. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know much of Michel Gonfi, but it's kind of it's a journeyman fight. Campbell Hatton will win. Again, if you're going safe, you can just put him down to win. But I think if you're going to go risky, so when it comes to boxing now, I need to actually go into deal with this bit. When it comes to boxing, similar to football, the safe bets with boxing will just be an outright winner. The risky one will be the method how they win.
On points, knockouts, TKO.
If we want to go even more detail, we can do unanimous. So unanimous is when all judges score the same card. Majority is when
2 out of 3.
It's 2 out of 3. And split will be 1 draw and 2 that favour. Yeah, split will be 1 draw. 1 of the judges will judge it as a draw, and 2 will favour the 3. But Campbell Hatton's son will win. So I say, if I'm gonna go risky, I'll do Campbell Hatton to win by unanimous decision. By the way, when you do a method how they're winning, it boosts your Aka to a whole nother level. But the odds just for outright winner, very low.
But it's with those ones, they're quite. It's weird with boxing, isn't it? Because obviously, when the boxers coming up, they do try to kind of gear fights. There, like you said, the journeyman fight where you're more likely than not he's going to win unless there's something mad that happens.
Yeah.
Guy pulls up because they're trying to build him up to going, obviously, potentially have a title fight, isn't it? So they need him to have a decent record to then obviously market him properly against the big fighters. So yeah, that's quite interesting, man.
Yeah. There are a few. There's also Lauren Price. She's currently signed to Boxer on the Sky program, and I think she's undefeated. Again, there's not really a lot of knockouts in her division, so I'll probably go straight. If you're going to go safe, just put her down to win. If you're going to go risky, again, Lauren Price by unanimous decision, because I doubt she'll get the knockout. There's Dan Aziz versus Thomas Farah. Dan Aziz is a light heavy off the top of my head. Again, the odds are quite low for a straight win. But if you see, this one's techie because if you want to go risky, he does have a quite good knockout record, but I still see him winning this by points. Actually, no, I think he'll get the knockout this one. So if we're going to go safe, just put Dan Aziz to win. If you're going to go risky, do Dan Aziz by knockout. And the big one is, I think this is how you pronounce the name, Tim Tszyu. I think he's an Australian boxer versus Tony Harrison. Now, Tony Harrison, I've watched quite a bit. He's a past world champion, middleweight. He's getting on a bit. He's been in world title fights, but the Australian that he's up against now is undefeated. I believe it's 25 fights, 23 knockouts off the top of my head. Because I'm not even looking at their record now. I'm going off what I've saw earlier. So, but I know he's undefeated and he's got a very good. His knockout ratio is definitely over 70%. Tony Harrison though is a former world champion and he is very experienced. But the favorite is Tim. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but you'll see it when you go to the boxing page on whatever betting app.
Yeah,
it is Tim Tszyu. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a tongue twister, but if I had to go on a straight winner, the odds are quite good just for a winner, just for a straight winner anyway. I'll go Tim. I'm just going to call him Tim.
Tim Tszyu, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, Tim Tszyu, yeah.
Tim Tszyu, he's I think currently the world champion, again, I think it's 25 wins, 23 knockout off the top of my head. But I think he wins this. And if you want to go, there's not even a real risk to this, because even on a safe bet, I think Tim C wins, but the odds are quite high for a win. Because Tony Harrison's very experienced, the odds will be high. But if we're going to go risky, I'll probably go Tim C by knockout, because his knockout record is quite good. Tony is very skilled though, and it can go either way. But I think Tim's winning this fight. Yeah, that is boxing covered. They're the boxers I'm aware of. They're boxers covered. Yeah. Oh, actually, one more. Tony Yoka versus Carlos Takam. Now, we've seen Takam against Joshua. We've also, I believe, who did Takam, the last Brit that Takam fought as well? I believe, was it Dylan White? Can't remember if it was Dylan White, but Takam is very experienced, got a good chin, but Tony Yoka is the younger fighter. He is the clear favorite. Carlos Takam is 4-1 to even get a win, so the odds are high for him, but I think he's late 30s. He's not that durable. He'll probably gas after the third round. So I'm going to go Tony, and it's a heavyweight division, so I'm going to go Tony Yoka. This isn't even a risky or safe. I'm literally just going to go Tony Yoka to win if you're going safe, but if you're going to go risky, Tony Yoka by knockout. But I think that is the main event of that card. So that's at 10 o'clock on Saturday night. Cool. The thing is, I would have given my Actually, I'm not even sure if F1's on this week.
Yeah, but with the F1, obviously, you just don't do it till now, because obviously...
Yeah, because they've not done qualifying.
Plus, the viewers have got to get used to what's going on as well. They need to go and make their bets. I mean, now they're going to understand how the show's going to work. They need to obviously go away, make their bets. They need to obviously come back to us with, you know what?
Yeah.
Shit. Like, bro, I got the paper, I got the P's, look, the betting slip.
What would give me that intrinsic feeling? Because, by the way, I've given you about 16, 17 folds that I think will happen. But you could, it depends on your budget. You could maybe, of 5 of the 17 folds I've given you, you could maybe put, I don't know, if your pockets are deep, you could maybe put 100 on a 5-fold, and then you be like, Romz, the 5 you predicted come right. Like, with me, I normally go big. I normally go average 16 to 20 folds on my ACCAs, and I mix it up with boxing, football, tennis, whatnot. When I believe the next Grand Slam is French Open, which isn't for a while, that will be May, I believe. But tennis, I'll delve into, because I'm not going to give you the predictions of just an APT tour in Madrid or Barca, and I'm not watching it. That would be unfair of me. Do you know what I mean? So tennis will mainly be the Grand Slams.
Yeah, cool.
But for now, just be UFC, combat sport, and football for now.
Exactly. Just going to get into some of the comments as well. We got here, honestly saying, Romz, you ain't slick. Now we know where FSG got the 200 mil to spend in the summer. We got Kendall Rowan saying, big up, guys. We got Chris McAvoy saying, big up. We got Big Six Pants, Ethan from the Big Six Pants, saying, good show, big up to yourself. We got M. Tommy saying, big up, fam. I wonder if anyone hit the jackpot when Grasso won against Shevchenko in UFC.
Tommy, let me tell you something about that. So cool. I had a 20-fold ACCA, 18 were football related. This was weekend just gone. This weekend I've lost out on quite a lot, I'm not going to lie. My 18 football folds came through. My 2 that didn't come through was Shevchenko to beat Grasso and John Jones, the GOAT, against Cyril Gane to go over 1.5. Because it ended in the first round, I lost. But I literally, if I just kept that a football ACCA, I would have won. But them 2 UFC, the co-main event and the main event, they let me down, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. You got the missus coming saying, look, Jay, you may be taking us. I need a holiday, all-inclusive. This is what I'm saying, people. Listen, at least you man aren't getting stressed. You guys can pattern up right now. Romz and my missus, the links to there, she's watching everything. So now it's like I'm under pressure to go and make sure these bets are coming through. So getting the, do you know what I mean, side eyes in the corner and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Next time watching EastEnders. But listen, it's been a Romz, big up. It's been a solid show.
So sorry that I've had to keep coming and going. Next week will be much smoother. But I've had technical difficulties. I've had certain things, but this will be smoother. And we're gonna actually get visual. I know I was doing it off my phone this week, but what I'm gonna do going forward is put my actual bet that I've put up on the screen, so you lot can also go through and I'll explain my bet, etc.
Yeah, and the graphics will be there as well with what he's done and everything, and what bets he recommends as well, because the prediction and tips will be there. But listen, make sure you're joining, because, like I said, I'm going to be tuning in 100%, and the banter's going to be there. Loads of guests coming on as well that are going to be chopping it up. So people that are in the UFC or combat world that are going to go and give their predictions as to why they think, you know what, this person might win instead of that person. So look, it's going to be sick, man. But so listen, you done well, Romz, man. It's been a sick one. Obviously, they're not going to be as long usually, because it's going to be much smoother. Yeah. But you guys had to understand like how the whole thing's working. Do you know what I mean? How the bets are going to work, what the bets mean, how it's going to be structured. So when you guys coming in, you're not just newbies like myself. Like today, I needed this. It was big up. Even Alejandra Crispina saying, "Look, I'm going to be learning myself." Well done. I mean, so she's
pressure's on, JJ.
Pressure's on, bro. I'm coming for your neck. Look at that. She's come with the bars now, trying to be like you and Drake, ambassador for steak.
He's been winning and losing, but he put like $1 million on a bet, bro. But
man, lead us out, man. Lead us out.
Yeah, listen, you lot. I hope you've enjoyed it. First of all, again, it'll be much more smoother next week. Like and subscribe. If you're watching this on a replay, same thing. Tell a friend, and who doesn't want to help their financial situation? Do you get it? So even if you're not even if you don't even like sport, just listen to what I'm saying. Download a betting app and put it through your betting app and hope for the best. Because like I said, with being humble, JJ will tell you, people in my group chats, I win often. I do win often with trying to be humble as possible. Exactly. So it's why we're bringing this to you now.
And this is the best place to be. Do you know what I mean? Thursday, Friday night. What else, man? Yeah. Lead us out.
But you lot, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. It's been Romz Knows Bets, my new show, and we're out.
I see them capping with the captions. No congrats if you ain't really about that action. Keep it moving, ain't no time for no distractions.